So we are going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this webinar on New York sports betting. My name is Elizabeth Aloni, and I'm with Schneps Media. Schneps Media is the largest local media company in the New York metro area. We publish over 80 newspapers, magazines, websites, webinars, podcasts, and events throughout Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, Westchester, Long Island, the East End, Philadelphia, and now Palm Beach, Florida. So we are everywhere, and we are so thrilled you are here to join us today. You know, legal online and mobile sports betting finally launched in New York on January 6th. And in just 23 days in January, New Yorkers have bet ready for this, $1.625 billion, making mobile New York sports betting the biggest market in the US. Today, we're going to demystify New York sports betting and walk you through the process and get you started. So first, let me introduce our panelists. Welcome to Ed Abrams. Ed is the publisher of sports betting at Schneps Media and AM New York Metro. Before joining Schneps Media in January 2020, Ed served as the CEO of Metro US for 16 years. He's also held positions in sponsorship sales at Madison Square Garden and Fox Sports New York. Ed graduated from Rutgers University and holds a master's degree in sports marketing and management from Temple University. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Great to be here.
Next, please welcome Joe Pantorno. Joe has served as the sports editor of AM New York for the last 2 years after coming over from Metro New York. He covers all 12 major sports teams in the New York City area, most notably the Mets and Islanders. He made his way to newspapers from Bleacher Report, where he worked as a breaking news writer for 2 years. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I'm really excited to be here and talk some sports gambling. I'm really excited for Super Bowl Sunday, so let's do this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ed, would you want to share your screen with us? Now, AM New York, Joe, ranked the top New York betting apps, which is exciting because there's a lot out there and we want to clarify everything for everyone. So can you share with us what factors you included to come to the rankings and where they all fall?
Yeah, so this is a lot of kind of information to take in. So again, I'm really happy that you guys kind of hopped on with us here. Because there are a lot of sports books that are kind of offering a lot of deals for you, and it feels like you can probably be bombarded by it. So we did our best to kind of make up an algorithm, I guess, if you want to call it that. But we tried here, and so we started with the mobile app user experience, just in general, the overall experience, how easy it is to navigate the site, how easy it is to read, that's the mobile app interface, how easy it is to use. Is it cut and clear? You know, directions are important. I know reading is hard sometimes, especially when the excitement of the game gets going. Mobile app reliability. It's not going to cut out on you or give you any issues. Deposit and withdrawal options and simplicity. That's a big one because you want it cut and dry. You want to be able to kind of move your money around easily. No hassles, no added stress. Leave that for the game. And that's where the fun comes in. The variety of states available and the variety of sports available. The more states and the more sports obviously kind of suggest that this is more of a well-rounded, more, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's more of a reliable sports book, which is really important. And then the variety and quality of promos available. Obviously, they want to make this worth your while, and you need to get the best bang for your buck too. So that's really important. And a lot of stuff that we're going to go over, the quality of new user promos. So upon signing up, you're immediately rewarded. And that kind of helped us come up with, I guess, the big four per se, which we rank here. 7 of the 9 that are listed are live in New York. So you aren't going to be short of your options here. But the big four that we're going to be looking at today, which really provides the most for new users and for bettors alike, are Caesars, Draftkings, Fanduel, and BetMGM. And some of their offers are off the charts here. And this really is a perfect time for you to be signing up. So good, in fact, that maybe I might sign up after this too.
Me too.
I'll probably dip my toes in the water here at some point.
So Ed, can you walk us through those top 4 sports books?
Definitely. And everyone, again, I just want to give a little background. So you look at these rankings, what's AM New York, AM New York Metro? Well, AM New York Metro is the largest free daily newspaper in New York City. We have more circulation than the Daily News and the New York Post combined. And we have great editorial resources like Joe Pantorno, our U.S. sports editor. So these are really strong independent rankings. And again, AM New York Metro and amnewyork.com are independent media companies and came up with these rankings. So, that when we look at this list in the top 4 where we're going to spend our time, know that there was a lot of thought and research put behind these rankings. So let's get into it. So the top 4 sports betting apps in New York: Caesars, DraftKings, Fanduel, and BetMGM. And when you look at the 4, Caesars and BetMGM are, world-renowned casino companies that have been around for a very long time, and obviously know the casino and the sports, the gaming industry. DraftKings and FanDuel have been known for a very long time for fantasy sports. And, about 4 years ago, they shifted some of their resources away from fantasy and into sports betting and sports books. So what's so exciting about these top 4 sports betting apps is that they are the top 4 out there. They're the top 4 apps out there. They've been operating successfully in states like New Jersey and Pennsylvania, in Colorado, and others. So these are really the big 4, and it's great to see that they finished in the top 4 of our rankings. So, let's get into it. So the first thing is I'm going to go over the different offers that are out there for the top 4. We're going to start with Caesars. Caesars currently is offering a first match deposit with a free bet up to $1,500. Now, Caesars definitely has the best offer out there. There are 4 great offers, and I'm going to go through each one, but Caesars tends to be at the top of the list with the best offer in the market. And again, what's so exciting about the launch of New York sports betting is that when these sports books launch in a new state, the different sports betting companies come up with just amazing offers. So really the time to join these and sign up for these sports betting apps and companies is now. Now's the time, because you're never going to see these type of offers again. They'll last in the market for a couple of weeks, and then they're going to go away. So again, it's time to take advantage of these offers now. So again, the Caesars offer match first deposit, free bet up to $1,500. We then have DraftKings, which is another phenomenal offer. All this one takes is bet 5, and you get $280 in free bets if your team wins the Super Bowl. So again, you bet 5, and you get $280 in free bets if your team wins the Super Bowl. And as you see here, DraftKings is an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. So again, another tremendous offer from DraftKings. All right, now we're going to go to FanDuel. Another phenomenal offer. Bet 5 to win $280. Now with DraftKings, it was to win $280 in free bets. With FanDuel, it's $280 in cash. So again, bet 5 on either team, the Rams or the Bengals, to win the Super Bowl, and you're going to get $280 in cash, which again equates to 56 to 1 odds. And again, you're not going to get 56 to 1 odds anywhere. All right. And then the last sports betting or sports book company we're going to go through is BetMGM. And again, this is another just amazing offer. This is only for new customers, as all of the offers are for, and it's a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. So if you deposit $50, make that first bet $50 because it's risk-free. Bet everything that you deposit, because again, if you lose that first bet, it's going to be credited to your account in free bets. So again, I've been telling everyone, make a great deposit, but make a really large first bet, because if you lose, you're going to get the money back, which again, is just absolutely amazing. All right, so now that we've gone through the 4 offers from the top 4 sports books in New York, I'm now going to take everyone through the registration process. And, you've probably seen a lot of the commercials on television. You've seen a lot of the different ads on websites. And I just want to take everyone through the registration process. It's not that hard. It doesn't take that long. And I'm going to walk you through what you need to do. All right, here we go. So how to register for New York sports betting. All right, the first and most important thing to do when registering is you're going to use our links. Now, I know Elizabeth is going to share now the 4 links, the exclusive links that we're offering for the 4 top sports books in New York. So Elizabeth is going to share these links, and we're also going to share these links with each of you after the webinar today as a follow-up. But what's so unique about our offers and why it's important to sign up with our links is that you want to get these offers. There's a lot of different offers out there. These are the 4 best offers in New York right now for these sports betting companies. And again, it's very important that you use our links to sign up for our 4 betting partners. So Elizabeth's going to share those. And
they're already in the chat for you. So
beautiful. All right, there you go. There are the links. So I'm going to quickly take you through the process. And before I do that, though, I'm going to skip ahead a couple. Here you go. Here's what you're going to see. There's the link for Caesars. We have a link for Draftkings, a link for Fanduel, and a link for BetMGM. These are the links. You're going to click the link, and that will take you directly to the sign-up page for these 4 great sportsbook apps. So how do we do it again? And again, this process for each sign-up should take no more than 10 minutes. It's a fairly simple process, and we're going to walk you through that now. So how are we going to do it? You're going to use our links. You're going to click the link. You're going to go directly to the site of the sports book. Then you're going to select register, sign me up, or bet now. You're going to complete the registration process. And what does that mean, the registration process? What that means is that you need to typically create a username and a password. You need to provide your email address, your home address, typically the last 4 digits of your social security number, and sometimes some information. They might ask you some security questions. Some of them might want to verify your home address and ask for you to upload a picture of your driver's license or a recent utility bill. That's standard, but again, it's not an arduous process. And the other thing to keep in mind is that all of the sportsbook companies have people available to chat or call or email a question. You know, they want you to register and sign up for their account. So if you have any questions along the way, you can certainly use the different chat functions within these 4 sports betting companies, and they'll help you with the process. After registering, you're going to deposit funds, and there's a number of ways you can do that: online banking, credit card, PayPal, Play Plus, etc. And then you're going to be ready to place a bet and take advantage of all these great promos. So, but before we go into the next step, we went through the process. Again, here are the links. I wanted to just take everyone through what this process is like. Okay, so here I have the example with Caesars. So this is the first page that you're going to see. You're going to click our link. You're going to go to the Caesars page, and then they're going to ask you to register your account. So you're going to enter your first name, your last name, your email address, your date of birth, and your cell phone number. You're going to enter those steps. And again, if my name is Ed, but my official name is Edward, I'm going to type in Edward, my last name Abrams, my email address, my date of birth, my cell number. Once that's complete, I'm going to hit next. Then it's going to take you to another account registration page. Here's where you're going to enter your password. And again, so they all have different, some want a special character, some want it to be 8 characters long, but you're going to set a password. Then you're going to select a couple of security questions: mother's maiden name, first car that you own, your name of your favorite team, your favorite pet, etc. You're gonna select 2 security questions. You're then going to enter your last 4 digits of your social security number, not the whole social security number, just the last 4 digits. And then you're going to enter your home address, your street address, your city, and your zip code. Once you've completed this, again, any error messages on here, you made a mistake, maybe the password wasn't strong enough, maybe you didn't have a special character, it will pop up in red letters, and you'll have to go back and just fix those mistakes. You're then going to commit this. You're going to hit the submit button. Then it's going to say, you're going to go to the next page, account registration. The promo code verified, that's a code that's going to self-populate. That's a code that's going to self-populate in the registration process that you're going to see because you clicked our exclusive link. So again, it's so important to hit our links when signing up, because again, it's going to ensure that you get the bonus that you signed up for. So again, I think Caesars was $1,000 in free bets, or $1,500 in free bets. you're going to get that $1,500 in free bets if you click our link, and then that promo code is self-populated. Now, if you're a Caesars Reward member, if you go to Caesars Casino, you love going to gambling at Caesars, you're going to enter your reward number here. But again, that's optional. If you don't have a reward number, don't worry about it. You can skip that. You're going to agree to their terms and conditions, and there are 4 boxes to check, and then you're going to hit submit. So again, it's a fairly easy process. Then you're going to get a message that's going to congratulate you for successfully creating a Caesars Sportsbook New York account. That's what we want to see. This successful account creation. All right. And that you're going to get that message. Next, we're going to go through quickly the depositing method. So there's a number of depositing methods that are out there, right? You can link your online bank account. You can enter a debit card or a Visa gift card. You can do an ACH e-check transfer from your checking account. And again, these are all completely safe and secure with the highest security available in deposits and online banking. You can use PayPal. Everyone more than likely has a PayPal account. There's also another feature called Pay Near Me, where you can go to local retailers, 7-Elevens as an example, and pay with cash, and then it will quickly be deposited in your account. And the last feature is Play Plus. And again, this is a way to fund your account with major credit cards and PayPal. And again, it's a really good method. I've used Play Plus many times to open up accounts, and it works great. So again, the different deposit methods, online banking, debit card, ACH, e-check, PayPal. And again, they're all completely secure. So again, these are the depositing methods.
And we did have a question just to clarify. Someone
Sure.
wanted to know, do they have to click the link right now? You don't have to click it right now. I mean, you have a couple options. Number one, it's in the chat function. So you can click it now and it'll open a window and you can go back to it after our conversation. You can also copy the links and paste them on a Word document or an email so that as soon as the webinar is over, you can click the links. And then we'll also send it to you tomorrow in a thank you email, but I don't think you want to wait till tomorrow.
No, and I'll tell you this also, Elizabeth, what's important is that a lot of these offers are going to expire for the Super Bowl. So it's important to get these signed up and open these accounts now because, again, the Super Bowl is right around the corner and these will disappear. These offers will disappear. Now, the other thing to note as well is that you might be sitting there saying, how many sports books do I need? Do I need one? Do I need all 4? My suggestion is the more the better, and I'll tell you why. Each of the sports books offer different bets. They offer different lines. They offer different ways to wager. So as an example, on the Caesars account sports book, you might see the Rams as 4.5-point favorites over the Cincinnati Bengals on Caesars. But on the Draftkings app, the Rams might only be 3-point favorites or 3.5-point favorites over the Bengals in the Super Bowl. So what I like to do is I like to have 3 or 4 different sports books signed up for, and I like to check each one to see, hey, which is the right one? If I want to bet the Bengals, how am I going to get the most points, and what's most advantageous for me to win my bet? So, you can sign up for one, or you can certainly sign up for all 4. But again, I encourage everyone to sign up for, all 4.
I mean, there's nothing really to lose by signing up for
Nothing.
all 4, and then
you're getting great offers. And again, these offers are going to go away. So again, it's my suggestion that you definitely sign up and you load up on these offers because again, they're not going to be here long. Most of these special offers are going to disappear, by Super Bowl. So the next screen here is just an example of PayPal, how easy it is. I click PayPal. It just, what do you want to deposit? You want to deposit 20, 30, 40. And then, if you want more, you want to deposit 500, you just get rid of that 30, put 500. You don't have to worry about any deposit promo. There is no deposit promo. And then hit submit. It's that simple. That's the process, the registration process. Now, what's also very exciting is, again, this sheet really looks at, again, what the 4 accounts are offering right now. And again, if you sign up for all 4, you have the ability to really earn or have $3,000 plus to bet for the Super Bowl. Again, Caesars with their match deposit with a free bet up to $1,500. Draftkings, bet 5, get 280 in free bets. Fanduel, bet 5, get 280 in cash. And BetMGM, which is a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. So now some of you might be sitting there saying this is overwhelming. It's a lot to handle, a lot to take in at this point. We have something that we're going to talk about in a little bit. We have a concierge service that we have available to help you with signups. Someone that on a one-on-one basis can walk you through the registration and sign-up process. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like this is too much to take in right now. Again, we're going to be follow up and sharing all this great information with you. And then again, we're going to be offering this concierge service to help you walk through at your pace the registration and sign-up process. So very exciting, real excited about it. And
so easy.
And now that we have our accounts and we're all signed up and we have money to bet, I want to pass it over to Joe Pantorno, who's going to talk you through some of the amazing and unbelievable offers that are out there and really some of the key bets in terms of how to bet the Super Bowl. So let me go to the next slide and send it over to Joe. Joe.
So this is where we get to the nitty gritty, folks. And this is the fun stuff. We're going to bet on Super Bowl 56. And what a perfect game to start with. It doesn't get any bigger than this. And the great thing about the Super Bowl is you can bet on basically anything you could possibly think of. Obviously, we're going to start with the game. We'll go into some specific prop bets in a little bit. But this is usually what you'll see when you bet on any game, not just the Super Bowl. And we start with, obviously, the most popular things here. Basically, what you're doing is trying to pick a winner here. And there are multiple ways for you to do it. So you see those 3 columns. There's spread, money line, and total points. So I do want to start with the money line first, because this is the easiest way for a bettor to place where they're putting their money. This is as easy as it gets. All they have to do is pick the team they think they're going to win. Payouts are a little complicated, but bear with me. As you see here, the Rams are listed at -175. That means they're the favorite, which means you're going to have to put down a little more money to win a little bit more money. So, for example, here, if you put $100 down on the Rams and they were to win at -175, you're getting about $57 back. So you get your original $100 back that you bet, and you're getting $57 on top of it. So in total, you win about $157. Now, if you bet on the Bengals, who are the underdogs, they're a +150. It's a little different. You put down $100, you win $150 on top of what you put down. So you're walking away with $150. All you're doing is betting on who you think is going to win. That's what the money line is. Now, the point spread is a little bit different, a little more complicated, and it really depends on how much you know about football, how much you really know about these teams. It's also the most popular way to bet in football. So a sports book will give you a point spread, which presents a bettor with 2 choices to make. Either the favored team, which is the Rams, will win by more than the amount of the point spread, which is shown, which is 3.5, or that the underdog will lose by less than that spread. So, for example, the Rams are 3.5-point favorites, meaning bettors who put down money on the Rams will believe that they'll win by at least 4 points. Those betting on the Bengals believe Cincinnati will lose by 3 points or fewer. They cover, they win. So you could pick the Rams, for example, to win. But if they win by 2 points, you lose. Likewise, you could pick the Bengals, say, okay, I think the Bengals are going to lose by only 2. The Bengals could win, you'll still win. So again, it's how confident you feel in these teams. If you think the Rams are going to win by, say, a touchdown, you're going to want to bet on the Rams. If you think that the Bengals are going to make this a close game, which if playoff history indicates anything, especially the last 2 weeks of games that we had in the divisional round, the championship games, you might be a little bit more inclined to bet the Bengals. So it's a little tough. And that's what kind of makes it so fun and unpredictable, because you really don't know. And then if you look all the way to the right where it says total points, this is pretty easy. This is where the bettor doesn't try to pick who's going to win the game, but instead they bet on whether or not the final combined score of Super Bowl 56 is going to go over the total number posted by the sports book. So basically, the number here is set at 48.5. If you pick the over, You need the two teams to combine to score 49 points, and you win. Doesn't matter what the score is. It could be 28-21. It could be 30-20. It could be 35-25. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who wins. Doesn't matter who loses. And obviously, likewise, if you think it's going to be under, then you bet the under. And odds are pretty much the same here. So it's basically just a 50-50 shot at this point. So those are really the big ones that you're going to first come in contact with when you are betting the Super Bowl. And then these are where we get to the prop bets. And you're going to see a ton of different options. And I'm talking about how long the national anthem is going to run. Who's going to sing first at the halftime show? What color Gatorade is going to be dumped on the winning coach? I mean, it's that specific.
I love these. I love these. You don't have to know anything about sports at all.
Exactly. And that's where it kind of hooks in the non-football fan. And that's why, you know, my wife will even watch the game on Sunday. So don't tell her I said that, because she's going to deny it all she wants that she doesn't watch football, but she really does. But some of the more popular ones that you'll see is you're starting with the coin toss. Who's gonna win the coin toss? What's it gonna fall on? Who's gonna get the ball first? These are all different aspects that you can bet on. Obviously, the payouts aren't as big, but that being said, it's still a way to kind of get in the game. Then, obviously, once the game starts, you can bet on individual players. So what we have here, total passing touchdowns. These are both the starting quarterbacks: Matthew Stafford of the Rams, Joe Burrow of the Bengals. If you think that they'll throw for over 1.5 touchdowns, or under 1.5. So basically, if they'll throw for 2, throw for less than 2. Same thing with passing yards. Matthew Stafford's Rams offense is a little more dynamic, a little more well-rounded, so they give him a couple of extra yards on the over-under. Joe Burrow really only has, I shouldn't say really only has, he has a stud in Jamar Chase that he relies on. He has some pretty good secondary receivers like T. Higgins, but he gets a little less. Again, it's how much you know about these two teams, how confident you are that you think, say, the Rams defense is going to have a field day against the Bengals secondary. You hope that they can put up some big yardage. But these are just some of the aspects that you can bet on, and it's going to ensure that you stay gripped to the game regardless of the score. It could even be a blowout. If you're betting on these games, there's still chances for you to make some pretty good money here.
So we have a question. What are the minus numbers underneath?
So the minus numbers is kind of what I explained before. It's more favorable or less favorable. So basically, when you see a number as a minus, these are actually things that are more likely to happen. So you'll have to put down more money to make more money. So like I said before, for example, if you put down, let me think here. If you see,
So I can try and explain it quickly. In terms of, if you just use it the round number $100, right? If you use $100, you'd have to bet $100 to win 160 when you see the minus 160. So again, that $100, you have to bet 160 to win 100.
Right.
Now, if you see plus 130, that means you bet 100 to win $130.
Bingo.
So everyone likes to use just the $100 term. So again, you need to bet 160 to win 100 if you see minus 160. And then if you see plus 130 on Joe Burrow under 1.5 touchdowns, that means you'd bet 100 to win 130. That's kind of how that works. And the other thing just to keep in mind is that you don't have to bet $100. You can bet $1. You could bet the Super Bowl. You can bet the NFL. You can bet college sports. You can bet golf. You can bet soccer. You can bet tennis. You can bet the Olympics. There are a myriad of sports and betting options available. And as I talk about betting $1, I happen to like the golf and the PGA Tour. So a lot of the golf events, I'll bet $1 on 6 or 7 different long shots to win with odds 50 to 100 to 1. And my $1 bet will return $50 on certain golfers. So, everyone in sports betting tends to talk about $100, but again, just know that you could bet. I think there's even options to bet a dime or 10 cents on a certain wager. I mean, I've seen people hit prop bets or parlay bets with multiple legs to that parlay. Could be a 10-leg parlay for 10 cents to win $500. I mean, it's not easy to do, but people do it all the time. So, in sports betting, again, you can bet as little, I think a lot of them you can bet as little as 10 cents per wager, which is
that's an important message too that we also need to broadcast, is that make sure that you bet what you're comfortable with betting. That's betting 101. Don't try to bet more than what you have. That's really important, especially on games like this or days like this, when there are opportunities for big money payouts, or when there are a lot of different things to gamble on. Just make sure you are smart with your money.
And Joe, adding to that too, again, the slogan, bet with your head, not over it, is so true, right? Stay within your means, have fun with sports betting. But again, if you do have a gambling problem, you can certainly reach out to 1-800-GAMBLER. But again, the big message is bet with your head and not over it, and bet within your means and have fun with it. I mean, it's really exciting and fun to have, a little bit of money on a game, just to make it that much more interesting. And again, the biggest game of all is coming up in a couple of days. So it couldn't be a better time to sign up and give it a try.
Great. Thank you so much. Any other things you want to share with us, Joe?
No, I mean, if anybody has any questions about the game itself or anything like that, feel free to, shoot me a line and we can talk about all that kind of stuff. But
we have a couple of questions we'll get to in a second. It's exciting that there are so many different ways to bet, no matter what interests you. But now let's talk about how we can get some one-on-one help. Ed, do you want to talk a little bit about our concierge service?
Definitely. Thanks, Elizabeth. So again, you see the picture of William Levy here on the screen. He's our sports betting concierge. We've posted his cell phone number. We've posted his email address. And in fact, he's available today between 2 and 10 p.m. to help anyone. So anyone that would like assistance in terms of how do I click the link or how do I register? Can you help me through this process? Billy Levy is available to help and schedule a one-on-one appointment. So you can reach out to Billy and he's available to help. And again, this is something again, I know that we've gone through a lot of information. I know that it could be confusing. It could be a little tricky. And some of you might try it on your own and have some problems. So we'd love to be there to help you. You can reach out to William. He will be there to help you and go through the process on a one-on-one basis. And again, we'll also share our contact details, mine and Joe's. And if you need us or any questions at all, I'll be more than happy to help you as well.
And William's actually on this right now with you all as an attendee. And he said, hi, everyone, call me. I can make it seamless. So to you, John, who asked, I'm tech challenged. Can I use the apps on my phone or laptop? These are all things that William can walk you through and help you get started and have a lot of fun with it. Thank you so much, Ed. We do have a couple more questions I'd love to get to that our attendees have asked. So first of all, someone wanted to know, is this being recorded? Yes, this is being recorded. You'll get the link to it so you can watch it again. You can also share it with your family and friends and community. And we certainly hope you do so everyone can have a lot of fun. Someone else wanted to know, is there a way that you can get around entering your social security number to participate in online bets, or is that required?
Elizabeth, the social security number, specifically the last 4 digits of the social, is required for there needs to be verification of not only your address, but that you are who you say you are, and there's no you're not lying about your who you are. So again, it is a requirement in the sign up process that you do enter your last 4 of your social security number. But I can tell you that there's been great care taken. A, all the information is confidential. B, it's highly secure. So there's never an instance where any of your information will be shared. And the last part of that is it's your last 4 of your social. It's not your entire social security number. No one can do anything with the last 4 of your social security number. So again, it is a requirement in terms of setting up an account. But
it also does protect you. I mean, part of that is the whole reason why it's there is so that someone else doesn't use your identity. So it really is there to protect you. So thank you for that, Ed. Also, can the concept of site credit and the limitations on withdrawals be discussed? Do you know about that?
Well, yeah, a little bit. I think I know what they're asking. So a lot of the sign up offers are free bets or risk free bet, or I think DraftKings is bet 5 to win 280 if your team wins in free bets. And what that means is that whether it's a risk-free bet and you lose, or that special promotion where for DraftKings bet 5 win 280 in free bets, that means that you get the money in free bets. And what you have to do, you can't just go and take that money and cash it out, because it's free bets, it's credits or site credits. So what you have to do is you have to play through that money in order to be able to withdraw that money eventually. So you have to play through that money, I believe, at least one time in order to be able to withdraw that money where it becomes cash. Now, the DraftKings offer of bet 5 and win 280, you win 280 in cash. So for that offer, you immediately that's your money. But yes, for some of the offers, it's free bets or credits for you to use. And again, once you play through that money one time, it converts to cash typically. So, but again, you're going to open account. It's going to be money for you to wager. And that's typically how those offers work.
Fantastic. So we got like a cheerleading message from Alan, who said, just want to say these offers are legit. I signed up weeks ago when the floodgates opened, and not only did I withdraw $100 in profits, I still have 300 in my Caesars, and I have all 4 apps. So there you go. It's really very exciting and very easy. And you've walked us through all of this. I'm shared with you again right now in the chat in our last few moments together. Please copy those links or click on them right now, and they'll open up windows that you can get to when we say goodbye. I also have shared William Levy's information here in the chat. I'm going to send it again to everyone. So that's right there. You can just copy it and paste it, easy peasy. And you can get in touch with him and he'll walk you right through it. So I want to thank Joe, Ed. Thank you so much for enlightening us and making this easy. I know for someone like me who's clueless on this but want to get involved, you really made it easy, and I'm excited to get started right in time for the big game. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. I hope this was informative. Again, you'll get an email tomorrow with all the links, but don't wait, copy and paste them. You can call William and make an appointment. He's available today from 2 to 10 p.m. So that's exciting. You'll get all this information via email tomorrow. You'll get an edited recording. And thank you so much for joining us. Please, everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy the game, happy betting, and we'll see you on a future webinar. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.